Hello, my name is Melissa Forney. This is a contoured line unit made for 4th grade students. I am a visual arts teacher in a K through 4 classroom. This is my project. It is housed at WordPress. It's kind of like a blog, but I took it and made it into a website for this unit, just special for this unit. I chose to do this unit because it was something that I felt like I needed to do. It's a lesson that I've had for many years, and it needed a new spin on it, needed that technology integration, and definitely needed a little bit of language arts integration. So I'm going to quickly take you through this website. I've got all the sections of ADDIE here. I've got the analyze topic, which, as you can see, will show you the needs assessment. I felt like the students needed to be able to learn how to draw by looking at something. I also wanted to give them that opportunity to see that artists do other things. I had to change my goals slightly. Originally, this was a much bigger project that was contour line, gesture line, structure line. I realized that was going to take too long, so I narrowed it down to just contour line. I've got my resources listed here. If we go on to design, you can see the purpose statements, the tasks, the prerequisite skills. I found that some of the students did not have the computer prerequisite skills that I had expected, and so that proved to be a little difficult. There's the performance objectives. We're going to spend one day, actually these are a little bit backwards. We're going to spend one day looking at Ickle Me, Tickle Me, Pickle Me 2. The second day looking at the Nike ADDIE website, and then the last day drawing a contour line shoe drawing. And then of course all the standards and all the other requisites that we needed, requirements that we needed. Moving on to, there's develop part 1 and develop part 2. Oops, let me go back to develop part 1. This is where, again, all the objectives, all the technology, all the content is listed. But the most important thing I feel is at the bottom of the page, and that's the student packet. The student packet can be found at this web quest. It has the rubric listed. It has all the steps in the process, from the Ickle Me, Tickle Me, Pickle Me to the Nike ADDIE to the contour line PowerPoint, which is on SlideShare. It also has the teacher page, which is the teacher packet. And if you go to process, it specifically lists out all of those contents and items again. And you can easily click back and forth between teacher page and student page. And then if we go back to my WordPress blog and we click on develop part 2, that takes us to the evaluation. I put my evaluations in a Google Doc. This was for the expert, and then this was for the student. And finally, if we go on to, of course, implement and to evaluation, I have the student answers and the expert answers. The big thing that I found with the students is that, like I said, 2 of my classes were 2 totally different classes. One class was ready to learn on the computers. They had the prerequisite skills from their classroom teacher, and the other class was not. So the one that was not ready was a little frustrated with the printing. Additionally, from my expert, and let me go back, I can show you my expert answers to the survey. She noticed that some of the lower functioning students with IEPs and cognitive delays were a little bit lost whenever it came to that time that we were talking about Ickle Me, Pickle Me, Tickle Me 2. We watched a video and they couldn't keep up. And so she suggested adding a hard copy of the poem. So I'm going to do that in the future. And then I noticed, and the students noticed, that whenever we were at the Nike ADDIE website, again, those same students were having a little bit of trouble keeping up with my step-by-step directions, and so I will print out a hard copy for them to be able to keep up with that. And if I go back to here, again, you will see the end of my unit. So thank you for stopping by, and thank you for looking.